Hello, my dear children. How are you all? Hopefully, you all are happy, healthy, and excited for today's story. So, without delay, let's begin. In the middle of a vast green jungle called Sundarban, there lived many animals: deer, rabbits, monkeys, elephants, parrots, and peacocks, and many others. The jungle was beautiful and lively, filled with songs of birds and the sound of flowing rivers. But among all the colorful creatures, there was one bird nobody liked: the crow. The crows of Sundarban lived on the tallest chai tree near the edge of forest. Whenever the crowd cawed, the cawed, animals would whisper nervously, "Bad omen," the monkeys would say. "If a crow sits near your house, something unlucky will happen," the rabbit murmured. Even the parrots avoided speaking to them. Because of this, the crows stayed away from everyone. They flew alone, ate alone, and lived silently. Though they looked rough and dark, their hearts were gentle and caring. Among them was one crow named Kalu. Kalu often watched other animals from a distance. He wished someone would talk to him kindly just once. But every time he came near, animals moved away. Slowly, Kalu stopped trying. Near the riverside of Sundarban lived a stray jungle dog named Shiru. Shiru too felt unwanted. The walls never accepted him because he was not strong enough. The deer feared him, and the monkeys laughed at him because he walked alone. So Sheru spent most of his day near the river, quietly surviving on leftover and small fishes. One summer, a terrible problem began spreading in the jungle. Tiny blood-sucking insects started attaching themselves to animals. They stuck tightly to the skin, especially near the ears, neck, and leg. At first, it seems harmless, but slowly the insects multiplied. They drank blood continuously, making animals weak and sick. Sheru suffered the most. The insects spread all over his body. Some hid inside his ears, some stuck between his fur. He scratched himself again against trees, rolled in mud, and jumped into the river, but nothing helped. Every day he became weaker. His eyes lost their shine. Walking became difficult. Other animals stayed away because they were scared the insects would spread to them too. One afternoon, exhausted and thirsty, Sheru dragged himself to the river to drink water. As he bent down, he saw a reflection beside him. It was Kalu, the crow. Sheru growled weakly. "Go away," he said. "I don't need bad luck today." Kalu quietly hopped closer. He looked carefully at the insects attached near Sheru's ear. Kalu knew something. Crows had sharp beaks and excellent eyesight. In the wild, they often picked parasites and insects from animals. For crow, these insects were full of protein and tasted like a feast. But nobody in Sundarban even allowed them near enough to help. Kalu slowly said, "I can remove them." Sheru looked suspicious. "You?" Kalu nodded gently. "It may hurt a little at first, but you'll feel relieved." Sheru was too tired to argue. Do whatever you want, he whispered. Kalu carefully stepped onto Shiru's back. With the precision of an experienced surgeon, he picked up one swollen insect from behind Sheru's ear. Snap! The insect was gone. Sheru felt sudden relief. Then another, then another. Kalu worked patiently and carefully, never hurting Sheru's skin. Within minutes, dozens of insects were removed. Sheru could finally breathe comfortably. For the first time in weeks, his body felt lighter. Soon, two more crows joined Kalu. Together, they cleaned Sheru completely, and the crows happily ate the insects while Sheru rested peacefully. It was like a perfect exchange. For the crows, it was food, and for the dog, it was treatment. By evening, Sheru stood up stronger than before. His eyes filled with gratitude. No one ever helped me like this, he said softly. Kalu smiled. No one ever trusted us before. The next morning, Sheru walked through jungle looking healthier and energetic. The animals were shocked. Weren't you dying yesterday? Asked a monkey. How did you recover so quickly? Asked a deer. Sheru proudly replied, the crows healed me. Everyone laughed at first. The crows? Impossible. But Sheru explained everything. They removed every insect from my body. They are not bad omen. They are like doctors. The animals were doubtful. Yet, many of them were secretly suffering from the same insects. A weak buffalo finally decided to try. Kalu and other crows carefully cleaned him. Then came a deer, then a wild boar, the rabbits, monkeys, and even elephants. Days after day, the crows helped everyone. They never demanded anything in return. Some animals brought fruits for them, some offered grains, some built water bowls near their trees. Slowly, the same animals who once feared the crow now waited eagerly for them. Children of the jungle no longer ran away hearing their cawing. Instead, they were shouting happily, the crow doctors are here. One evening, the Lion King of Sundarban called a meeting under the green banyan tree. All animals gathered. The lion stood proudly and announced, for years, we judged the crows by their appearance and old beliefs. Uh, but when our jungles suffered, they became our healers. He turned towards Kalu. You helped others even when they ignored you. That is true greatness. All the animals bowed respectfully to the crows. Kalu looked around in disbelief. For the first time in his life, nobody looked at him with fear. They looked at him with respect. Sheru stepped forward and said, the world may misunderstand you, but if you continue helping others with honesty, one day your action will change their hearts. The jungle echoed with applause. And from that day onwards, the crows of the Sundarban were never called bad omens again. They became uh, known as the guardians of the health. And this is all about our today's story. Hopefully, you all must have enjoyed today's story. What we learn, what is the moral of the story? So, first, never judge someone by appearance, rumors, or old beliefs. Second thing we learn is every creature has a unique talent and purpose. And same with every human being is also having unique talent and purpose. One more thing we learn, helping others selflessly can change how the world sees you. Respect is not demanded, it is earned through good deeds. Even the most ignored person can become the most valuable to society with his deeds. This is all about our story, and we learned so many things from today's story. Please do share this story with your friends, relatives, neighbors, cousins, school friends. Everyone, do subscribe to our channel. We'll meet tomorrow with a new story. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Lots of blessings.